Hello there, my tank engines. How are you doing on this fine day? We've got a really special video for you. We're finally 10-0, and just to reiterate really quick, we are doing a 100 game video series thingamabob. We're starting new, and we're going to be making 10 videos on our 100 games. So I'm gonna start talking about strategy and make you guys a better player, because that's the point of these videos. It's to make you a better player. Because check it out, man, we're gonna rock every single one of these people. At least we're gonna hopefully rock every single one of these people today. And if not, we're gonna have to work on our strategies just a little bit. So what are we doing right now? Well, as you can tell, my main towers at the moment are Dart Monkey, Farm, and Wizard. That is going to be a very consistent thing, and I'm gonna talk about why I do these. So Dart Monkey, 0-3 Dart Monkeys are going to be the best thing ever. You need to learn to use them well. Trust me on that. You want 0-3 Dart Monkeys. So holy crap, we beat people on round 2. We're making people surrender on round 3. What is the deal, man? What is going on over here? That's not usually the norm. So here we go. We finally have somebody who has actually got some experience over. He's got over almost 200 games under his belt. How is this going to change? Hopefully it will make it more interesting games. We don't really like beating people on round 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. We should be beating almost everybody right around round 11 to 13. Those are the levels where you're probably going to kill everybody, and it's kind of surprising. But here's the main thing. I keep saying main point, but it's not really as much about your defense. It's more about your offense. You want to have a better offense, because then you can kill your enemy faster. So you guys will see, I rush every single game. If you want to have a good record and you want to be a good player, being a good player does not mean I can make it to round 45 or make it to round 60. Yep, it might be more fun to do that, and feel free to do that. But if you want to win games, you want to get a better record, you need to rush on these earlier rounds, round 11, 12, and 13. There's a lot of really awesome rushes that you can do on these levels. But that being said, let's talk about our towers. I know, so I already forgot to talk about it. So the Dart Monkeys, 0-3 Dart Monkeys are your main tower in the beginning of the game. You love the 0-3 Dart Monkeys. Eventually, you can upgrade them up to 2-3 Dart Monkeys. You're going to increase their range, which will increase their popping power slightly, and also make them camo detection towers. So it doesn't really matter that much, but right around round 12, you usually want to get a couple of them at least, up to 2-3. Also, at the moment, we don't have any juggernauts, so catapults are completely worthless. Do not get catapults in almost any situation, ever. I don't like catapults, and I don't think you should use them ever. Even on straight lines, do not use them. Get the 0-3 Dart Monkeys. They are better. But once you get juggernauts, they are a fairly effective tower. They're kind of expensive, but usually you don't want to use them. But we're just starting off the game right now, so we're really not going to use juggernauts that much. We have to use something else that has lead popping power or camo lead popping power, and that's where the wizards come into play. So this is our second tower. That's pretty much a necessity for us, because first of all, it's camo popping power. Second of all, it's lead popping power, and third of all, it's camo lead popping power. The three things that your Dart Monkeys are slightly lacking on, he has. So that's why we get the wizard, and it's also a really cheap way to do that, because usually wizards are not that good at popping a lot of these other balloons. I noticed that a lot of new players will go ninjas and or wizards and or ninjas and wizards together, and they're not a good idea. They're actually a fairly bad idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to go mostly Dart Monkeys, and then we're going to pop in just one wizard right when we need him. Whether it's round 10, round 12, round 13, whenever you need the wizard, just pop one in, whether it's a 0-0 or a 0-2. Either way, the only thing that I don't really like about the wizards in my strategy is lightning's actually bad in my strategy. You don't want to get a lightning wizard unless you get to round 15. In that case, maybe a lightning wizard might be a certain tower that you need to get. But at the moment, wizards are the only thing we use them for is a 0-0 tower at round 10 or a 0-2 tower on round 12 for camo leads. So those are our two main towers. And then we get the third tower, which is the Nena Farm, the most important tower in our strategy. Maybe. Because, I mean, I love banana farms, but they are really going to make or break your strategy. They're going to make or break your game, because we're rushing, so we want to get a lot of money to rush these people on a fairly early level. And we kind of, if you don't go banana farms, you kind of have to pick defense or offense. One of them is going to be lacking if you don't have banana farms. If you have banana farms, you can do both fairly easily. So as you can tell, I got a third tier cannon for lead popping power. I got a bunch of Dart Monkeys over here, easily having a good time defending things, but also having billions of dollars from these farms to rush with anything that we want to rush with. So today we're talking mostly about defense. In the next video, I'm going to talk about offense. What kind of rushes should we do? So also, we have a fourth tower. the cool thing about the fourth tower is that no matter what upgrades you have, I want to say this very importantly. It's very, very important to newer players. If you are new and you don't have all the upgrades to your towers, the fourth tower is your bonus tower, which also means that your bonus tower has every upgrade unlocked. You can use everything. So if you get a bunch of, if you get things like boomerangs, or ninjas, or cannons, or a couple other towers just in the normal vicinity over there that are pretty reasonably good towers to use in a lot of different situations, keep it in mind that you can get them all upgraded to third or fourth tier automatically. Just because they're your random tower, you can get any single upgrade going. So I like to mention that because it's a really important thing. Yeah, I mostly stick with Dart Monkeys and Wizards, but whenever I get a good fourth tower, I like to use them. Even if it's just a couple upgrades in there, even just getting, like, for example, right now, getting a Buccaneer up to Grape Shot would not be that bad of an idea. Like, yeah, you know what, maybe we'll do that a little bit later on. Because he's good cannon detection, we can get him up to a cannon ship, we can get him up to even a destroyer if we really wanted to, even though I would highly recommend against that. So sadly, we killed this guy on round 4 with balloons. That was one of the only levels that I actually did not get banana farms. And that's probably the only level, if not maybe also Hydro Dam, that I do not get banana farms. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the next video. But basically the main point is it's such a short map that you really don't have time to farm while still getting a good defense up. So usually you just decide, you know what, I'm just going to attack this guy like crazy. I'm just going to make him have a hard time defending these balloons and do really solid rushes against people. So let's talk about how we actually use these towers. My banana farms. As you can tell, I'm basically the main point of my defense is not to get a really good defense. It's to get as many banana farms as possible while still getting just enough Dart Monkeys to survive. At this point, people aren't really rushing us very much. These people aren't smart enough to rush us on round 4, on 2, 4, 6, or 8 with enough stuff to actually do damage and or kill us. So, it allows us to farm like crazy, and it gives us a huge advantage when we finally get to the people who are smart enough that they can actually start rushing us with blues and pinks in smart ways. Then we're not going to be able to farm quite as easily, and then it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So I really like battle arenas because it allows you to get free battle energy and allows you to play certain people at certain levels. I am not going to be doing any of that random crap. I know a lot of people love to do that. They love to go into the yellow arena because there's always noobs there fighting for 5 medallions. No, we're doing quick battles every single time. Quick battles, they usually try and link you up with somebody who's right around your rank. So a lot of times, once we get up to a good record, we're going to be fighting people who are like the same record as us, and it's going to be a really big challenge. Also, we can maybe knock some people down who have like 30, records or something like that. We're just going to take them down, man. We're going to knock them down, show them they're not the boss. So anyways, this is going to be the end of the video. Next time I'll talk a little bit more about the rushes that we do. As you can tell, we're doing a lot of rushes. So thanks for watching. Have a super duper delicious day.